And the other factor, which is again what this conference is about, is the explosive growth of the deregulated financial sector. And here is the chart. I think this is the chart that explains why you're here today. And this is from a very good study that I'm guessing other people are going to be talking about too, that was done in 2010, looking at who is, I don't know if you're able to actually see these numbers. This looks at who the, not the 1%, but really the 0.1%, because that's who the 1% really are, is the 0.1%. That's what's driving inequality, is that more rarefied group. It's just that 0.1% is kind of a mouthful. These are the folks who are really driving the increase in income share, and they are, the majority of them are either executives in the non-financial sector or financial professionals. Now, if you go back to 1979, you see that 48% of this 0.1%, top 0.1%, 48% were these executives in non-financial companies. They've slipped a little bit down to 42.5% as of 2005. The really striking change is in the second biggest group, which is financial professions, including management. They constituted 11% back in 1979, again of that top 0.1%. Today they constitute 18%. So at a time when clearly executives in non-financial companies have pretty much been holding their own, financial professionals have greatly increased their representation within this top group. And the rest of them, we've got lawyers, doctors, people in real estate. A lot of people like to talk about the winner-take-all phenomenon, which mostly applies to people in entertainment and sports, and it's not a major contributor. Obviously, there are some people who are reaping huge benefits as a result, but there just aren't that many of them. So that's, arts, media, and sports is 2% of this crowd. So the people you really want to keep your eye on are financial professions, and that is it.
Tim, thank you so much. I take it that journalists were not on that last table.
Professors are.
Oh, no. Our next speaker is Don Tomaskovic, DB.
So, hey, everybody. Thanks for staying so long. I didn't bring my book to pound. It's on regulation, but it's about equal employment. Equal opportunity employment, what happened since the Civil Rights Act. But it is a trope of mine, which is to ask really long-term historical questions about how institutions change, and then how that leads to a reallocation of who gets what in the society. So today I'm going to talk about financialization, which is bigger than the finance sector. So it's, in some ways, a lot of the talk today, regulatory capture, systemic risk, too big to fail or jail. My story is things are worse. And that if we take a long-term perspective, the rise of the finance principle